Today I'm going to do a little review of my 2009 Challenger RT. I got the car with 93,000 miles on it. It's a 6-speed RT. It's lowered. It's got 20-inch Hellcat reproduction wheels on it. LED headlights, they're just bulbs. It's the metallic black. Just tell you some of the things I like about it and some that I don't. What I do like about it, it is a lot of fun to drive. A lot of fun to drive. The 6-speed is really nice. I would pick an automatic if I had the choice, which if I buy another one, which I kind of want to, that's what it's going to be. Launching the 6-speed, I think it's kind of hard on the drivetrain. It's a 2-piece drive shaft with a carrier bearing in the middle. That's a very typical wear item. Mine's fine, but I just don't trust that if you're really going to bang on it. They're 375 horse stock. I have the rear mufflers removed, cold air intake, jet tuner module. I think that's it. It does have a 100 horse nitrous express kit on it, but I've never used it. I'm a little shy of the drivetrain for doing that. Somebody else can do that. The guy I got it from, he had an automatic, and I believe he said it ran like 12 2s, 12 3s at like 108 with the 100 shot on his car. Pretty stock. The best I've got on the draggy was, I'm kind of taking it easy because again I had speed shift in it and the drivetrain, I just don't trust it. 1363 at 103. Some things I don't like about the car, well, with the coilover suspension lowered like that, of course the ride's kind of rough. It handles awesome, but the ride's kind of rough. You hear a lot of clunks and bumps. It does have cross-drilled rotors and stuff on the better brake pads. The brakes seem plenty adequate to me. The car is very heavy. It's well over 4,000 pounds. I don't think that's necessary, but it is a big car. Let's see, what else don't I like? Oh, the windows up and down thing when you open the door. I guess that's how it's got to be. But like I had the windows retinted and there are bubbles in them from day one. And the tinter says that's because of that. Whatever. They got my money. They're happy. A few little issues that I've tried to deal with. The sunroof doesn't always work, so I was going to replace the motor. Then it worked fine. Then it was stuck open. Then it worked fine again. Well, I just pulled the fuse out, so I'm not tempted to use it. I really don't use it that often anyway, so screw it. Those bottom panels, they kind of discolor. I think the previous owner put something on them. They didn't do a very good job. The exhaust tip situation, they're the factory tips. They're kind of a strange design. You have to buy other Dodge tips or cut those off and weld different ones on. Whatever, it is what it is. But everybody buys the expensive tips, and I'm a little cheaper than that. The interior, this is a 09 again, so it's pretty basic. You just got your white gauges against the 6-speed. Stereo sounds pretty good. With the nitrous on here, I figured fire extinguisher is probably a smart idea. So I mounted a fire extinguisher in here. I hid all the nitrous hardware up underneath the cover. I didn't want it obvious. Most people take these covers off. I didn't get one with the car, and I found a guy gave me one. So that's why I wanted it to hide that. Oh, I've also got a BBK 85mm throttle body. The car, again, is a lot of fun to drive. Sorry my video sucks, but I'm just trying to give you some information on a used car. It is 2022. This is a 2009. It's 13 years old. It's not going to be perfect. Oh, fired up here. Oops. Okay. One of the tire pressure sensors is bad. I just haven't done anything, and that's not the right pressure either. I think they're all bad. They were all at 32 the other day. There's no way they went up that much. It's push button start stop. Gauges, your temp and stuff is in here. Fuel pressure. Personal settings, get 19 miles per gallon. What else is on that one? Distance to empty. The power steering is a little sluggish. Again, it's 9 years old. When it's at idle, which is about, I don't know, 600, 700 RPM, the steering is hard. Well, it's got automatic headlights. It's got all the stuff you need. Auto dimming mirror, heated mirrors, heated seats. All that stuff works. You have the fancy aluminum pedals. The guy put in some lights, interior lights. He had lights under the hood and in the nostrils of the hood scoops, and they were all not working, so I just took them out so somebody could put more in if they wanted. It's ready to be wired. Oh. There's a lot of stuff in the trunk here right now. I'm selling the car, so, but there's a nitrous bottle mounted in there. I'm trying to think of some other complaints I have. Not really complaints, but the steering controls, the shifter. Yeah, I don't know. It's just big and heavy, and it's a lot of fun to drive. And I get a lot of compliments. People that don't know a lot about Challengers think it's a Hellcat, so it kind of looks like one. So I get compliments a lot on the car. Oh, that's a nice car, man. What is it? And one guy thought it was a Camaro the other day. That was pretty bad. But he liked the car. Yeah, push button start. Emergency brake works good. I've had it to 130, just over 130, and it is smooth. Yeah, best draggy time 1363 at I can't remember, 103, 104, something like that. And that was taking it easy on the shifts. Still barked the tires a little bit in second and third, and I wasn't near as aggressive as I could have been. I would definitely buy another one. Some upgrades that I would recommend to one of these is a one-piece drive shaft. They're like $1,100. I found one for $445 used. I would recommend that. Since this car is lowered, I think long tube headers would be a bad idea. I think they'd be getting smashed all the time. I'm very gentle. I don't go on gravel or anything like that unless I absolutely have to. No, avoid speed bumps and all that. But there's always going to be a chance you could smash some headers. So probably shorty headers and an actual exhaust system instead of butchering the stock. It's how I got it. The cold air intake, I would go with the same one. The nitrous kit, I would go with the same one. It's a nitrous express throttle plate system. It's a little bit, must be around 90 millimeters, a little bit bigger than the 85 millimeter throttle body I put on, so you could run it with like a 90 millimeter throttle body. This car doesn't need that big of a throttle body. If you want big cam or something, then it could use it. cam and headers and everything. Ported intake, whatever you want to do. 6.4 intake. They're a pretty cool car, and you can get quite a bit of power out of the 5.7s. I'd rather have a Scat Pack or a TA 392 or something like that, but that's out of the budget. So if you're looking for a budget, fun, fast car, the Challenger RT I would definitely recommend. Just try and find a nice one. They do all rust in front of the rear wheel wells and the quarter panel, or I don't know what you call that, whatever that panel's called. They all rust. There's a piece of foam behind there, and once it gets wet, the moisture stays in there, rusts those areas. This car has just the tiniest bit starting, but it is there, and I've seen newer ones with it there with less miles. So it's got 95,000 on it now. I got it at 93,000, almost 96,000 now. For the little bit that it does have, it's fine. You know, the doors are clean. Every other part of the car is super clean, no rust. Just those two spots. More so the driver's side than the passenger side. That's about it. I'll put a little spin video, and that's it. Okay, I'll give her a little rip here. Not too much, just so you can hear how it sounds. Hard to drive and video at the same time.